Don't you worry.
I'm very worried.
I'll see you after I destroy Toffee.
She's gonna die.
Hey, what's going on, you Star vs. fanatics? It's the next big thing, back again with the analysis of the Battle for Mewni 2-hour premiere. Only this time, it's the fourth and final part of this premiere. Oh my gosh, it's Toffee time! I almost said coffee time. In this episode, it follows the events of what happened in the last episode. Star is on her way to save her father and the rest of Mewni while Ludo is the current king. And Marco, alongside with the rest of the Goof team, also help along in a way, I guess. So the episode opens up with one of the most hideous tale of lies I have ever heard in Star vs. history. A choir praises Ludo in songs saying that he's, and I quote, handsome and fearless and brilliant and tall, beloved by humans, he tends to us all. And that, my friends, is how you know when a kingdom has been taken under control. I wonder what they sung about Queen Moon, because though she is good, her tapestry still does not exactly match up to what really happened. Oh, and it's also kind of sad how Ludo has to torture and threat others for acceptance. Aww. He only wants a little love and care, but he's still creepy, so it doesn't matter. Things get weirder when Star finally comes to rescue with a rat costume, even though it definitely does not match the true size of the rats. Anyways, obviously they fight until the spider captures Star. She tries her best to warn Ludo about his new wand hand, but she's later thrown inside of the dungeon. That is until just moments later Marco saves Star, also using a rat suit. Isn't it just miraculous how they both ended up thinking the same way? Huh. It's almost like their minds are synced, like how they were saying the same phrases after the Blood Moon Ball. Star is freed, and when she is, they greet each other with a hug. And it's a hug that would have lasted longer if it wasn't for that darn cereal. Curse you, you abomination. Plus, I don't think Marco wanted to let go. Afterwards, they elaborate a plan to escape while Marco shows off his $650 for the third time.
Wait a minute, you have merchandise?
Yeah, I get a $650 royalty check every month.
As I was saying,
Your bill.
$650? Oh. This virtual pet will represent Ludo, and this $650 is us. And this feather is Bird and Spider.
But then they get caught and Ludo decides to talk with Star about the wand issue. She realizes that the whispering spell was the reasoning behind how Toffee was able to get inside of the wands, or, well, separated wand. So she chants the spell as Moon, Buffrog, and Marco come to the rescue, but they're already too late. Star has already set the spell and is later inside of the wand as well. She's only temporarily able to speak through the wand, / Ludo's body, of course, due to the fact that the majority of the wand is made up of Toffee and is draining the magic out of Star. And let's also not forget about the fact that the wand is being overridden by evil magic versus the good magic. Another symbolism is the color of Ludo's eyes depending on who's taking over. Alright, now an interesting fact is that Disney decided to troll analyzers such as myself by putting both Moon and Star's face being shown through Ludo's eyes in trailer for the 2-hour premiere. But in reality, the face being shown through both eyes is just Moon. Very funny, guys. Queen Moon decides to give Toffee back his finger, but come on, that seriously is his only motivation? He nearly kills a teenager, possesses Ludo, and plans all of this over his finger? And don't you dare say it's because he wasn't able to heal himself before, because actually he was capable of doing that. However, one motivation could have been because he was clearly embarrassed by how Moon basically owned him in front of his own army years ago, but still, that's just wow. It was awesome to see how Toffee was able to recover from being inside of the wand. I mean, the animators went all in on this entire scene altogether. And once again, I was not only impressed by the animators, the visuals that they were doing, but I was also impressed by the soundtrack in the background. I managed to look up the composer, also known as Brian H. Kim, and keep doing what you're doing, man, because you are freaking amazing. Alright, now back to Toffee. If it wasn't for that finger of his, he probably would never have been able to regenerate himself back into the real world. But his clothes even regenerate, so is that a part of him? I guess they couldn't show Toffee naked. That's some that's some great censorship, I guess. Because in the episode Storm the Castle, he definitely left it behind on his rack, but that's cartoon logic, I'm not gonna judge. Now, the next scene depicts both Moon and Marco attempting to kill Toffee. Moon tries to use Eclipse's dark spell, but alas, it doesn't work since Magic is now dead. And now, the most amazing part was seeing Marco punch the crap out of Toffee through his chest.
Are you finished?
Okay, it's funnier with the animatic, but other than that, it is super sad. Apparently though, Toffee has no heart because he's just that corrupted and filled with pure evil. Also, I've been getting a lot of comments talking about how punching Toffee through his chest should have been almost impossible. Well, my only response would be, despite Toffee and his strong capabilities, you have to remember that this dude is a giant lizard, basically. Lizards can be quite fragile, but still can regrow their tails. Except Toffee most likely has vulnerable skin, but is able to regrow more than just his tail. So when you see Marco punch Toffee, be impressed that he was able to punch through his suit front and back. That, my friends, is 4 layers of thick clothing. We're then shown with Star slowly being consumed by the darkness left over by Toffee. And since magic diminishes, Star can no longer dip down or escape with magic in any way possible. However, when Star awakens, she's greeted with Glossaric, and from this, you're most likely wondering where they ended up in. Well, I would like to first give credit to this commenter who made an interesting point, and a theory that I'm confident is actually correct. In the episode Raid the Cave, it's revealed that Star was not able to retrieve Glossaric or the Book of Spells. So what she does is use the magic in her wand as a pen for writing in her very own Book of Spells. You must know where I'm going with this. Basically, when the original Book of Spells were destroyed, Glossaric was sent into the second Book of Spells with magic inside. And I would say that they were inside of the other piece of wand, but then why would Glossaric say that no one had ever been there before? In the episode Into the Wand, they went inside of the wand, including its memories, so yeah, that can't be it, right? Well then, case closed. Maybe. While Glossaric talks to Star, notice how he casually drains some of his eye water into the pot of soup. When he does, moments later we're presented with some magic inside of the pot. So was it already inside of the pot, or did Glossaric place it there specifically for Star? That would seem to make more sense considering the fact that we are talking about the most powerful being in the universe, and the same being that created the Magic High Commission. And if he can make other beings of magic, I'm sure he can fuel enough magic inside of a pot for Star to dip down to. And by the way, this totally resembles how Star is able to literally dip down completely, coming from the season 2 premiere episode My New Wand. Plus, instead of Star simply giving up and taking just the top surface of the pot of magic gravy like a skimmer, she dips down for more. You like that? Right? Anybody? You impressed? Now when Star dips down, a unicorn appears, and here is why. A new unicorn resembles a new powerful being of magic to fuel the wand like we've seen many times before. And unlike the corrupted horse powering the wand when Toffee messed with it, it now will be functioned with this new unicorn. So this basically explains the renewing of the magic, Star, and the entire wand structure itself. And with all of that going on, Star becomes a true dipper, and Mewni is now complete. Then she obliterates the living crap out of Toffee, and I have not yet to see a blast quite like this since Dragon Ball Z. And I have a question for all of you out there. Did Toffee truly deserve this? Yeah, he had it coming to him. I mean, the guy literally didn't have a heart. Even the Grinch had at least a heart the size of a walnut. Anyways, it ends with everyone hugging Star and Ludo actually becoming helpful by pushing a pole on top of Toffee, since he just miraculously managed to survive all of this. And even though it would be possible for Toffee to have survived, that's not exactly the case. You see, the spell Moon casted was explained by Eclipsa. Once Moon's hated foe was defeated, Eclipsa would be set free. And well, the teaser for season 3's continuation even confirms Eclipsa's freedom, so yeah, there's that. I mean, we even had the line of characters joking about his death. There's no way he's coming back. And that is, well, unless Eclipsa brings him back, which I doubt, because another interesting fact is that the armor that he was wearing seems to be the skulls of both Moon and Eclipsa's mothers. The only reason why I didn't mention it before in my other analysis videos because I didn't want to believe it, but it actually kind of makes sense. Toffee's life was basically eternal, and Eclipsa didn't mention that her mother did die when she was young as well. So not only do I see him not returning back to life, but I also don't see anybody reviving him anytime soon. Everybody seemed to hate that guy, just saying. Welp, my job here is done, ladies and gentlemen. We have officially completed the 2-hour premiere analysis videos. And I would also like to give thanks to those of you who kept participating in these videos, because I completely understand if it was tedious waiting for me to finish each one. And lastly, thank you all for making me reach up to 90,000 subscribers. I was still typing my script as I noticed that. Oh my gosh, we're so close, guys. This episode ending was so great that I had to keep reminding myself that this was only the season 3 premiere, not the season 2 finale. However, sometimes I feel like this was the finale, but yet they decided to make this the season 3 premiere because that cliffhanger though. If that was one of the reasons why they did that, then I don't blame them, because that season 2 ending actually was one of the reasons why I wanted to watch the season 3 premiere so badly. But with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed these analysis videos, this one in particular because it took a lot of patience to edit. This has been The Next Big Thing, signing out. Until next time, peace!